Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is part of a series of mock career counseling sessions. This one is about a capable high school student who wants to drop out. The client says, I hate school. I don't need to know that crap, and I don't like how biased everything is. You want to tell me about the bias you're perceiving? I'm not perceiving bias. There is bias. Merely by your changing what I said, bias, to perceiving bias, it's clear you're one of the zillion people I can't trust. So how might I be of value to you? My parents won't let me drop out. And if they don't let me, I'm going to run away. So what do you need me for? Help me figure out how to convince my parents that school really is stupid. It's not that I can't do school. When I think something's of value, like that term paper I wrote on the biological basis of behavior, teacher gave me an A++ and said I should include it with my applications to MIT and Caltech. But trigonometry? The War of the Roses? Shakespeare's literary allusions? Not to mention the nonstop brainwashing we get in history and in English. You sure you don't want to talk about the bias? Damn sure. Just help me convince my parents. Do you know what you'd do if you dropped out? I'd learn what's important by reading, watching YouTube videos, volunteering, or getting him a job like in a research lab. You think you could convince a research lab to give you even a volunteer job? I need to try. Even if it's as a bottle washer, that'll get me in the door. Then I'll ask questions, then read what I need to read so I can ask smarter questions, maybe make a tactful suggestion or two, and then if I show my boss I'm smart enough, he or she would gradually let me do more important things than wash bottles. Would it make more sense to do that now or after you finish college, say with a major in physiological psychology or in molecular genetics, or even get a PhD in behavioral genetics? There are a number of programs in that. I know of one at Oxford and one at the University of Colorado. I can't stand even high school. College is more work, more crap I have no interest in learning. My friend at Columbia said he couldn't wait to get the core over with. Counselor said, what about social life? Most kids who don't go to college, let alone those who drop out, aren't necessarily going to be, well, the most interesting for a very bright person like you. I hate kids. All they care about is being popular, looking good, getting laid, and getting high. Even the smart ones are stupid. It's best if ideas come from the client. You know yourself much better than I do, and are more likely to follow through on your own ideas than if someone else gave them to you. So, if I didn't exist, how would you try to convince your parents to let you drop out? I'd tell them it's a sabbatical. Both my parents are professors, and they both took a sabbatical so they could study without the distraction of having to teach all those unmotivated undergraduates. Do you think that approach would work? Or would you need to add something? I'd also lay out my plan for the first few months out of school, what I plan to read and watch and do, like maybe attend the meetings of my parents' professional associations. Actually, I'd wait to pitch my parents until I landed that research volunteer job. When top lawyers are preparing for trial, they pretend they're the opposing counsel and make the best arguments they can for the other side. At minimum, that helps improve their argument, and sometimes helps them decide they have a losing case and so should settle rather than go to trial. Do you want to try to use all that intelligence of yours to make the counter-argument for your plan? What the hell? No one will take a high school dropout seriously. Even if I'm smart, they'll think I'm a flake unless somehow on my own, like an Einstein, I came up with some breakthrough that got published in a prestigious journal. I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. So why not emotionally insulate myself from the shit of school, get great grades to get into a university with a top molecular genetics program like Caltech, Princeton, Stanford, or MIT, and then see what happens. I can always drop out of college, but at least I would have a designer label school on my resume. So a research lab might take me at least a little more seriously. How do you feel about journaling both of those visions, the one you just outlined and your dropping out vision? Write pros and cons. Then take a long walk and use that good brain of yours to view the issue in full dimension. Maybe one of the two will stand out as wiser. Or maybe you'll come up with a third alternative. Maybe something radically different or a hybrid between the first two. And maybe along the way you might muse about what makes you so angry. Many students dislike school and resent kids' shallowness, but without so much anger. What do you think, honestly? I'll think about it. Would you like to schedule another appointment? We'd begin by your telling me your then current thinking. I'll think about it. Okay, that's the end of the little role play. I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. Feel free to give us a thumbs up, or if needed, a thumbs down. Your comments are especially welcome, as well as your sharing on social media and subscribing. In any event, again, thanks for watching. I am Marty Nemko.